Welcome back to another episode, Skillet Talk. What's happening? Today we got to me, she's kind of famous. To some, she might be too. If you don't know her, you're going to get to know her after this episode. Who do I have on the line tonight with me?
Hello, everyone. My name is Boosh, or Baby Boosh. I am an adult film star, independent, so I shoot all of my photos and videos myself.
Okay, you say you're adult porn, you're a porn star, or do you consider yourself?
Yeah, but I like to say adult film. Yeah, it's just
okay. And how old are you?
I am 26.
And how long have you been doing it?
Just next January or February will make 2 years, so almost 2 years now. I don't really know exactly what got me into it. I will admit, though, I was very promiscuous in high school.
Okay.
I did discover during my early relationships that I had a gift when it came to sex, I like to say. Okay. I do consider sex an art. So I told myself that I wanted to pursue it on more of a professional level.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I kind of just like jumped into it because I was in college at the time and I was in school full time, so I couldn't have a job full time as well. So I kind of just told myself like right now would be a good time to get into it since you decided you were going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I started doing it and I enjoy it. I mean, I don't know, I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I get to express myself. I get to be creative in the process. So yeah, I like it.
Okay, and when you say you started when you was in college, was that like a hard transition over into like? So I'm pretty sure you started in college. Were you still going to college while you were doing it, or you kind of quit college?
Yeah, that was my means of income while I was in school. Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of was like Diamond from the Players Club. In
yeah.
Okay, I dig that.
Yeah,
okay.
For sure.
So did anybody notice you in college?
No. So I started school actually when COVID was like fresh. So there were no in-class sessions. It was all remote through. We all just went to school from home. Mm-hmm. So I was actually grateful for that because I don't like being around people. So it just made.
Yeah. So you do. I noticed that you do like a lot of.
A lot easier.
I noticed that you do like a lot of like solo content. Is that the way you push your content, or is that how you came?
Yeah,
into
I started
it?
out. I started out solo. Because I figured. I just feel like that's the easiest way for anybody to start because you discover what works for you. You develop an audience. And also you don't have to stress having a partner to shoot with. Yeah, so once I actually did start shooting with my boyfriend, before we got into a relationship, I did shoot with a couple others. But once I did start shooting with men, it definitely like boosted the traction that I had. But I'm still good even if I don't upload BG content because, you know, for the most part, my fan base was based off of me being solo.
So BG is boy and girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to ask you that. Okay, I got to ask you two things. So you were single when you initially got started?
Yeah.
Okay, so my next question is, how is it being in a relationship doing this as a career?
It's amazing. He actually was already aware. He discovered me through my Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah. So Yeah, he knows what I do, and I did explain to him before we even got super serious. Like, this is something that I'm going to be pursuing for a very long time. I do want to touch different parts of this industry, not just being a star. I want to be behind the scenes in production as well. And I told him that, if you want to be in a relationship with me, you're going to have to contribute to my creations. So he accepted, and yeah, it's going great.
Yeah, that's kind of tough there because I know Big Dog sometimes, he's probably enjoying it,
Mm-hmm.
with it being him. He's the only guy right now, but you going forward with it. I know it, dealing with, somebody else, you working with somebody else as a guy.
No, I only shoot with him.
Okay, that's perfect.
If I do shoot with anyone outside of our relationship, it's a woman.
And that was my next thing. I'm pretty sure it's a female, so he's probably having the time of his damn life. Okay, yeah. But I can see that. I can see. Yeah, that's like a perfect life there. They always talk about perfect wife, perfect life, but in my opinion, we both got to be happy, bitch. That's how I feel.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I can respect that, but I respect what you said about being in production because it to me is overwhelming. With Twitter and OnlyFans, and it's a lot of people doing this shit.
Oh, yes. It is because I will say that if it's done right and you do put in the work, the money is great. But there's so many people doing it because everyone assumes that it's easy, and it's not at all. It's not at all. Honestly, if you don't have self-discipline, if you don't have the drive and the self-motivation, this is not it. I feel like, everyone has what works for them. Some people, 9 to 5 works a lot better because their schedule is set for them. They have someone telling them what their tasks are for the day, and the check is guaranteed to come every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Whereas with this shit, you are literally an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Women think that simply putting your coochie on the internet is going to give you some money, and it's really not that simple because there are millions of other coochies on the internet. Yeah. So it's like, it's just stand out and make yourself a brand,
And what I like about you is, and I'm going to touch back on, the drive part of it, but what I like about you and other girls that do kind of similar to what you do, you don't just get on Pornhub and let's say do 30-second videos or 1-minute videos and then end it with follow my OnlyFans. I think that's horrible. That's some fucked up shit, man. In my opinion.
Oh, I took my stuff down. The long videos, because the payout is ass on Pornhub. The videos that I had on there, I don't know what video you're referring to, but any other video that I had on there was over a minute long is gone.
Okay, so those are the ones I'm referring to. Okay, so you must have recently did that.
Yeah, I have now, the videos that I have up there now are just replicas of what I have on Twitter. I just loop it.
Yeah.
That way, if they do want to watch it more than once, then they don't have to restart the video. It'll just replay itself. But, like I said, I'm not going to give more than what I feel it's, I'm not going to give more than what is necessary. Because Pornhub, like I said, they don't pay enough for what I have.
So Pornhub does pay something?
Yeah, they pay based on ads. So basically, when people watch your videos, the ads are automatically generated, and you get paid off of the ads that are being played.
Okay.
But it's not much at all. Like, it's really not. Like, you have to have a multitude of videos up there and full length, to get, like, a good amount of money that I feel is worth it. But that takes a while because you have to, build up the views and everything. But I mean,
so I gotta ask you, what is, and I don't know if you listen to my my podcast. I like to kind of get in people's business a little bit. So and I'm gonna ask you about other platforms, but on Pornhub, about how much, like, okay, let's say like the biggest check that they cut, because I didn't know that they pay those people to put that stuff up.
Yeah.
So like, what's a good check that they sent you?
Well, I didn't have my stuff up there for too long, and I honestly can't remember the number specifically, but surprisingly, the max that I got in a month of views was 200.
Views from different people?
No, $200. Like, from the amount of views that I had, and that was when I had reached, like, in total in all my videos, and I only had about like 9 or 10 videos up there, if that. 8 to 10 videos. I had a little over 1 million views in total.
That's confusing. To me, Pornhub is gonna have to get their shit together, because
honestly, I'm just gonna say this. I'm so sorry to cut you off, but for ebony creators, Pornhub is not the platform for us. It's really not. It's not. Man. It's not. It's not geared towards us. And I have seen, even just before I even started doing this, when I was just watching porn, I seen that like the white women, they tag their shit with ebony, black, BBC. Feel me? Like trying to, exactly. And they're already going to get the traction, and that's just making it worse. It's like fucking up the algorithms and all that shit. So fuck Pornhub. I'm just cool off them. I just use it for promo now, whatever, throw my shit up there. But I do recommend my black creators go to X-Videos. X-Videos is where it's at.
But I see people promoting that more. That people, we got this big thing about Pornhub, PH. But you're absolutely right, because and to my listeners tonight, I'm letting you inside of the freak that I am. But when I type something in, no matter what I type in, I'm going to have a white bitch to come up my timeline. And I hate that shit. I hate it, because they might have it like if I put it at a percentage, it might be about 85 to 90% black women, ebony, but it's going to have a white bitch to come up my time. And I hate it, because I feel like this ain't what I'm looking for.
Right.
Because
not at all.
If it's something about white women, or it's something about gay guys, or no, I'm not gonna say gay guys, transsexuals, because they do the same thing too. They'll put themselves as ebony or what, BBC, and I honestly, after you're spilling that, I don't think that Pornhub is going to be around long.
They always will, because it's such a big name. It's like, I wouldn't say like Playboy, but Playboy is still a very prominent industry.
So it's like Playboy though. You don't have the right people around you. I'm not going to say that. You need the right people around me, but you got that look. You know how to be animated. You know how to play character. You can put a uniform on, and you give me that look of someone that's famous, because this ain't for everybody.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I can see you.
It's not. I've seen a lot of new creators, and I still consider myself new, because there are women that have been in here 5+ years.
I thought you were doing that.
Oh no, I'm only not even 2 years yet. That's so crazy. I have a long way to go, and I'm excited to see what more is gonna come, because it's only up from here. And like I said, I'm getting into
that's my favorite line right there. I got 2 favorite lines. One of them is, I try to align people around me for the vision that I have. And the other one is, it's only up from here.
It's only up from here.
Whatever I did today, tomorrow, I want to do one thing step up from what I did yesterday. Even with, with today. I've been wanting to get a porn star, and I want to get more porn stars on here.
Yeah.
But, and I'm talking with a lot of people on bringing them on, even with the video side of it. But I'm trying to go up every day. And I respect you for saying that.
Perfect.
Real shit. Real
Absolutely.
shit. I love that.
You gotta. My thing is, I feel like where a lot of people fall off, or a flaw is not having the confidence in yourself. And I don't mean that like being cocky, but just being confident in your abilities, your will to
Most
do
definitely.
this. Because it's not easy. Like I would say one of the worst aspects of this is the men that I encounter on a daily basis.
You mean like
I was
DMs
already,
and stuff?
yeah, like it's so there's just, I'm sorry, there's so many. Well, there was one the other day. He was like, can I fly you out to NY? And I don't usually respond to DMs. I just have my moments. Like, I'm just like, all right, I'm like, whatever. No. So that's all I said. I was like, no, literally no. And I don't find that disrespectful in any way. You asked me a question, a yes or no question. I said no.
Yeah.
So then he says, why? Is it too far? I said, nah, simply because I don't want to. He said, don't be a jackass. All you have to bring is yourself. I'll pay for everything. So I spazzed out on him.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah.
Because it's shit like that. And I have, worse scenarios, but that's just the one that I could remember word for word. And it was just like, first of all, majority, I'd say like 90%. And I'm probably being generous with that percentage.
Yeah.
90% of these men don't even ask first if I'm single.
Yeah. No,
And that,
yeah. They see sex.
Yeah,
You got to think about that. That's like even
I know,
with me.
and I understand that. Like, I know that, but it's sad. Like, just because that's the way it is, it doesn't mean that I'm just gonna accept that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's sad. Like, I see the industry that I live in. I understand that men's sexuality and women's sexuality do differ. Obviously, we are different. But it's like, for you to become a certain way because you are aroused is ridiculous. Like, you become disrespectful because you desire someone's pussy that much.
Yeah.
It leads you to disrespect the very pussy you're pursuing. It's ridiculous. Like, how does that work?
It's a dream though. Like, when you see, here's the thing, when you see okay, I'm talking about other guys, because honestly, I'm different. I know how to control myself around pussy, because in my mind, that pussy that you got, not saying that the same pussy, pussy is being made every day. That's how I think in my mind. Because that's even with me reaching out to women. When I reach out to women, that's like you. When I reached out, you talk back to me like you was like a regular person.
Yeah.
And in my mind,
I am a regular person.
Yeah, but see, guys don't know how to do that, and you have to keep it professional. And
absolutely,
when women is in business, that kind of get in the way of what they're doing with business, because niggas always trying to fuck. No matter what business you in, you can sell a bucket of shit, and it's your shit, and a nigga gonna try to buy your shit, help you sell your shit, but in the process, he trying to fuck you the whole while. Like, it's just, like, to me, I just want guys to learn to control themselves when it comes to sex, because it's not the end of the fucking world, dude. That shit just fucks with me.
What it is, two things. I'm gonna go, because I was gonna speak on something else, but I'm gonna start with this one.
Okay.
So the thing is that it's just no respect for what it is that we do. It's like, she's just a whore. She's a slut. She's worthless. All she's worth is the vagina that she's showing me. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
They don't see us as people. They don't see us as mothers and sisters and people that go through shit. College students and business owners, managers, you feel me? Even Taco Bell workers. We go through stress like everybody else in everyday life. But how they see it as, oh, she's a porn star. She makes all this money because she pops her pussy, and that's all she does every day throughout the day.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. That's why they come at us the way that they come at us, because there is no respect. They just see, okay, well, she popping coochie, so she ready to throw it. I can just talk to her any old way.
Yeah.
You know, they don't see us as intelligent fucking degree owners. You know, like nothing. It's just a pussy. And then second, the other thing I wanted to speak on was the word business you use. That's the key word. Regardless of what type of business it is, at the end of the day, the exchange of funds for a service or a product, at that point, that is declared a business transaction. This is a business. Yes. So your approach and your behavior and your dialogue must be business affiliated, associated. It must be professional. They don't understand that. And the people that just receive the porn and jack off to it, whatever, you know, I don't respect much from them. But like you said, the ones that are approaching me expecting business, like wanting to collab or do an interview, you know, shoot photography or a video for me, the approach, you know, don't just talk to me like you feel me? Like no, you gotta come correct. You're first of all, you're approaching me.
Yeah.
Wanting something from me, and you don't think talking to me right is the right thing to do?
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
What the hell?
It plays a lot because we, you know, as men, we don't think. Like you said, that guy asked to fly you out. He don't know. But see, too, I can add to that. I tell women, you know, I got a lot of female friends, man. And I always tell women this: never doubt a man for trying. Because a man will work hard as ever. He will goddamn break every bone in his body, break every finger on his hands to get some pussy before he go get some money. If you look at it, a nigga try to get some pussy before he try to get some money. And how I look at, okay, that's just how I look at this podcast shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was raised in the streets. You know, I'm a real street guy. I'm not gonna say a street nigga. I'm a real street guy, right? I look at it as street shit. Okay, I can come to you respectfully on business, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I come to you disrespectfully as a street nigga, I'm gonna look at you as, if you come to me disrespectfully, you might try to rob me. You dig what I'm saying? You might try to rob me. But if you come to me 100 and you sit me down, you know, I can goddamn, you front me this, I can handle this, and I'm gonna bring it back to you. All right, I'm gonna respect you. But a nigga that's coming to me halfway offline on some bullshit, I feel like you gonna rob me. I don't wanna fuck with you. And it's the same way on business. If I don't come to you on business, you gonna feel like, oh, he a fan, he gonna wanna fuck. Absolutely. I'm trying to conduct business. That's even with you. I can see you in California. It's a girl, man. I can't think of her name right now. She's a black girl, and she live in Cali. She's famous.
Red hair.
Huh?
Red hair.
No, she's a black girl. I cannot think of that girl name. She's a black girl. She's famous. And I'll DM you her name or text you or whatever.
Okay.
What's her name? I can't think of her name, but I think it started with the N. She's famous though. But
N as in Nancy? Like an N?
Yeah, N as in Nancy, yeah. Oh. She deal with a lot of white guys though.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
But she talks about the same thing, like on her Instagram, and she talk about it on her TikTok. But with her, I don't respect her, and I'm glad I don't know her name, because God forbid you find about this shit and dog me out. But I don't respect her because I've never seen her do work with a black guy.
That's why I just said I wouldn't know who she is.
She only do work with white guys. Everything she do, even with, you know, she do some, you know, here and there with black women, but she only works with white guys, but then she tried to tell people to calm down, and plus she's gay too. I think she's bisexual, but I think she's gay.
Oh, okay.
But when I look at the porn industry, I don't look at it as, and my listeners are probably going to text me and email me all type of crazy shit, but I don't give a fuck. This is the other side of me. But I look at it professionally. I don't look at it as how the regular guy looks at it that's sitting with his phone or his laptop.
Mm-hmm.
You touched me when you said something about being in production. That's kind of what I would aim for.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so many people doing it. It's kind of easy to kind of get out there with people and say, hey, you want to do this. Because if I did it, I would do more. I would bring back the old days where they did role play. What they did was they sucking the pizza guy's dick when it's really there, a higher actor, shit like that. Or my plumbing in my house is fucked up, and shit like that. Because if you look at porn now and you look at porn 10, 20 years ago, it's totally different. It's just straight to dick and pussy.
Absolutely, yeah.
Years ago, it was, I'm sorry, I dropped my napkin on the floor. Can you help me? It was something to look forward to. I love that type of shit, because it makes you, and that's even with, is overdone with the stepbrother and stepsister shit. When you start doing something, people can do stuff too much and they can ruin it. And I would keep it organic. I would go back to role playing. I would go back to scripts. I would even implement what we're doing with like different shows that they got, real, what they call them, real life shows. It's not real life shows. It's like stuff that people, it looks like it's real TV, but it's really scripted. Like Love and Hip Hop type shit.
Oh, yeah, they call it reality TV.
Yeah, reality, yeah. I would do something on that note. I respect Pinky, even though, she gained a lot of weight. But I respect her. She went in a whole different direction with it. So when you say production, what do you see yourself as?
A director and a videographer. And a photographer, but I want to focus more on the video side of everything.
So you basically want to hire your talent to come perform?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
I would be the basically the creative director, video director, and the videographer.
Okay. And
I want to be in control of everything.
Yeah, I can see you doing that, man. Like I say, you got the look. You give me a California girl, Las Vegas type of girl, like up where the big dogs at. Because the big dogs is up that way.
My thing is, I don't mind not being associated with any mainstream companies. I want to become my own mainstream company. I don't trust people, especially in this industry. Sex really does bring out the worst in people because sexual energy is very strong and misguided and misused.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would rather just stab it out, do this shit independent, and just build myself up in, Boosh Productions.
Yeah,
because, and that's how I want to do it. I don't want anyone telling me what to do. I don't like being dissatisfied. I really don't. So that's why, call me a control freak. I have realized that about myself. But when it comes to my creations, it's like if I'm putting my hands on it, I have to be the only one with my hands on it. Yeah. Is how I feel.
Yeah, I dig that. Yeah. So what it sounds like is, I know your boyfriend probably sitting. If he's not sitting right there, let me guess. If he's not sitting right here listening with us, he's going to listen to this shit. And I'm speaking to the guy that's sitting here listening to the shit with us right now, or the guy that's going to listen to the shit with us. Big dog, start looking at them cameras, start doing your research on production, because she is going to do this shit. And
yes, I am.
you got the leeway of getting the talent. So all he got to do is learn to shoot. And what you're doing is keeping the shit in-house.
Right.
He's going to have, big dog, I'm speaking to you. I don't know if he's sitting right there with you or the future. I'm speaking to, I don't know which one I'm speaking to, if he's sitting right there or the future guy that's going to come back and listen to this episode. Learn and tell him he can hit me about cameras, because I've learned a lot dealing with this podcast shit with cameras. Or he's going to have to learn, he's going to also have to learn editing and be comfortable. I'm telling you.
He's good with the camera, as I've seen, because he does have to hold it a lot when we shoot. So, you know, I'm teaching him. He's good himself, don't get me wrong, but you know, he has his experience, but I have more experience. So, you know, I'm just trying to just show him what I know and how I like things to be done. And of course, me being his woman, he's not comfortable, you know, with, you know, other men being around me in such a setting.
And I don't blame him.
Right. I respect and I understand that 100%. So it's just funny because I just recently did a photo shoot that I told him about, you know, of course I told him about it and everything. And went up there, shot it. And when I showed him the pictures, he was like, you know, he liked them, but he was like, do you have like a stand for your camera? And I already knew where he was going with it. I was like, yeah, but you know, he was like, well, I can shoot these for you.
He don't want, hey, that's a dominant man. He's got a dominant mindset.
Like,
he don't want nobody around his piece. I don't blame him.
And I love that, though, because, you know, instead of just sucking up his pride and just being like, all right, I understand this is the business that she's in, he said, no, I'm going to do it myself.
And that's smart as fuck.
I love that he did that.
That's smart as fuck. Because he going to learn everything he got to learn. So when you go to talking about going to somebody else, he going to say, well, you know, I do that already. What the fuck you going to do that for?
Right. Let me do it.
I can respect Big Dog and let him know that I said keep going and keep learning.
Absolutely.
So you keep them niggas out of your mix, because I know what's happening.
And I try to avoid it though. Like, I'm not really, and I don't get me wrong, I applaud and I do commend the women that are open to traveling to these photographers, and you know, the work is beautiful, and you know, doing these bookings to dance at these parties and these big events and at these venues and stuff. Like, I really applaud them, because that's a whole nother bag. Like, they can do what I'm doing as well as that from time to time, and it's like, you know,
everybody don't have it, you know.
No, and that's not for me. Like, I'm not a social person. You know, through the internet, it's different. Like,
too, though.
Yeah,
I can tell it. Like, I can tell you okay with shit, but you're not social. Like, okay, if I gotta be here, bitch, I'm here. But
right,
yeah.
Depending on the conversation, I'm not a small talk person unless it's with my everyday people. You know, so you know, if it's someone that I don't interact with, I don't consider my. It's like, what are you doing here? What use are you to me? Things like that. Well, actually, I don't hate to say it like that.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like, if I'm pouring into you, how are you pouring back into me?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. And with you being in the industry already, it's crazy how that. Let's say if I started in the porn industry and wanted to do production, and you started in the porn industry and wanted to do production, you would get further than I would. Simply because you're in there already. All you got to do is probably get in somebody DM and just talk and make it happen in 2 or 3 days.
Women do have it easier. We absolutely do. Because, I mean, the industry is based off of us.
Yeah.
We are the stars. Even in BG scenes, the camera's on the woman. The
Yeah.
dick is it's literally just a prop.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do take advantage of it. This is why I'm pursuing the production, because I know that I'd get a lot more bookings with women just simply because they'd be more comfortable with me opposed to a man, opposed to them shooting them naked, and change naked in the locker room all the time. It's just like, we know we have our parts, and that's just that. I'm here to do business.
Yeah, and I like that.
So,
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I see you doing way more than what you're doing. That's even with, people sleep on podcasting. Podcasting is fun. Podcasting is easy to me. And you can go so far, like, with you already. You're in the game right now. So it'd be easy for you to say, hey, like say if you started a YouTube and did podcasting, man, you would take the fuck off with it. And tell Big Dog he can call me. I tell him how to start this podcast because it's so fucking easy. I can tell him about everything, how quick and easy. And we'll talk about that off air. But how simple it is and how you can be at home right now shooting episodes, just talking your shit.
Absolutely.
It's so fucking easy. And they already know who you are. You got the advantage because you can tell them to, hey, go follow me or go watch me on YouTube. Your shit is gonna go up. I'm pretty sure you got a TikTok, right?
Yes, I do. I just started getting on that TikTok shit.
And that's how your YouTube is gonna go up. Never overlook ways of making money.
Absolutely.
Tell Big Dog I said, and I don't even know his name. I don't say his name on air.
Oh no.
Tell Big Dog I said, take advantage of all ways of money.
Oh, he's one of those. He's an entrepreneur for sure. He is a jack of all trades, I would call him. He has had his hand in everything. Plenty of experience. He's one of those, like, he's gonna put money first, and I can appreciate that, because if you don't, how are you gonna take care of yourself as well as others around you?
Yeah.
So,
And so what is today? What is today?
Today is Thursday the 13th.
October 13th. So hopefully for my listeners, we'll do a recap. We'll do a recap sometime, maybe 3 to 6 months from now. I want you to do this. And I always try to just talk to people about, just going up. We just said it's only up from here, right?
Absolutely.
I want you to start a YouTube. Just post. Get people to go follow on all your platforms. And from 3 to 6 months from now, I want to do a recap on how you've grown from today, October the 13th, 2022. Let's do that.
Okay. All right.
Because I know you can do it.
Absolutely.
Because you got the look. You can start out with your phone. Let's start out with your phone, just doing different shit. Your setup, story times, try on hauls, everyday shit, and just post it. Get you a nice ass intro, outro, post it. Just post it. Promise them at least one video a week and just post it. And, just take me out for lunch, for drinks when the real checks start coming in. Because I know it's going to come in. You got the outlet already.
Thank you.
And,
I appreciate that.
But I'm going to end this episode. I appreciate you coming on. Could you please tell them where they can find you?
Yes. On Instagram, it is at _my baby Boosh. Boosh is boy OH and underscore. So underscore my baby Boosh _ Twitter is where all the fun is at. We are into the freaky stuff.
You like that? Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. The Twitter is just at my baby Boosh, no underscores anywhere, at my baby Boosh. TikTok Same way at my baby Boosh. So go follow me. Check out my creations. I like to call them. And
I appreciate you having on.
thank you.
I'm about to say my part.
Yes.
Don't hang up. Let me say my stuff.
All right.
Follow me on IG. I am Super DJ. That's IAMSUPA DJ. Follow the channel, Skillet Talk. If you want to collab, skillettalk@gmail.com. We on all platforms. We on Pandora, Skillet Talk. We on Apple Podcast, Skillet Talk. We on Spotify, Skillet Talk. iHeartRadio, Skillet Talk. Look us up. Listen to us. YouTube, Skillet Talk. I love you to death. Keep God first. Fuck nigga, I love you to death.